Hello and welcome to the Kuribros, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime recap podcast. I'm your host, Sir Topham Hatt, aka Phoenix. Joining me, my co-host, a man who's always down to run train, it's Andy. How you doing, Andy?
Chugga chugga choo choo.
Yep, no breaks.
Low breaks.
Unfortunately, there are going to be a lot of breaks in this because, boy, I feel like they stopped writing with these episodes.
Well, they really kind of did.
We're covering 5 episodes, episode 160 to 164, and like all of my notes are like condensed to like less than a page each, just because there is not a damn thing going on here.
I mean, to be fair, I think for my episodes, they were the meatier of the two in a way, in the sense of like things were happening a little more. Whereas like your episodes were like nothing was happening.
Yeah, mine was just dueling.
Like your first episode was just like them getting ambushed and kind of starting the duel. Next one's them kind of just getting like fucked around a bit. And then mine's like, okay, this person's going to do this and this person does that and then this person does this. And it jumped so much from the two duels. And then I get the Yugi introspective episode. And then we finish it off with Yugi getting ambushed by crazy person. Like a ghoul?
A zombie demon ghost.
Soldier.
From lightning dirt.
Atlantis.
It made as much sense to us as it does to you hearing how we describe it.
Like, you'll, even after we explain and recap all of it, you will not understand it. But anyway, we have to do the one thing before is where we quick recap the last episode, which was Yugi became a bad guy and tried to fight a bad guy and lost. And, well, Yami did that, and then Yugi lost his soul.
Yes.
And that's the recap. And now what we're covering is what I like to call Duelist Kingdom 2 Electric Boogaloo. Because
I'm going to call it The Dirty Boys Ride Again.
That works too. That's a good title. I know. I just watched these episodes. So basically, Yami's gonna rematch Weevil. Joey's gonna rematch Rex because we don't have enough episodes to either make something work with the story or have to fill an episode count or what. This is like, now I'm thinking about it. This is one of those things where it's like, in theory, it's a good idea, but you have to execute it a little better than this.
Yep.
Because everything in here kind of, I will say, makes sense in a way. Like, the Weevil Rex stuff is a little forced, but in a way you can make it work or like kind of understand that like they want revenge and they like went to like that they were building up for this, but it just wasn't that well executed up until a point. And then the stuff afterwards is dealing with this newfound Yugi Yami darkness, and that he's apparently always had or is doubting and whatever, and has to fight that darkness and become who he was at the beginning of the episode, like the arc, basically again. It not done well, really. I mean, I don't really particularly agree with the whole suddenly Yugi's a bad person because some guy got into his head once, when people get into his head every time and he's never had these kinds of doubts, so why now?
Yeah, it's kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Dumb?
It's like it's kind of got like good intentions, like it's trying to do something, it's trying to create a little bit of inner conflict with Yugi, which I don't think we've seen that much of, besides maybe that like little bit of Duelist Kingdom where they're kind of like at odds with each other in the finals, even though that doesn't happen. And I don't think that more happened in the dub than it did the sub and the manga, I remember. But that's like the most they tried to do with it, and it didn't make sense then. And now it's not really like, it doesn't really work now unless you kind of pick it up a little more at the beginning there. Like you need to sow that seed like in the beginning of the arc of like something like this happening.
Yeah, it's really, and also it's annoying because like the way Weevil's like taunting him during their duel, it's like just fucking, I don't know, like everything about this felt like they mailed it in.
Yeah, nothing. I'm
even talking about animation too.
Oh yeah, I put a note about that. They definitely went with like, they definitely rushed this, or like they didn't really give it to the best guys. Like these are definitely the episodes like maybe more inexperienced animation directors or like outsource these episodes in a sense to a different animation.
Yu-Gi-Oh.PNG, just sliding them around at each other.
Like there are some pretty rough looking off model stills and like there is no corrections in some of these. If I'm understanding how animation works correctly. It definitely just wasn't the best of the best. But I understand probably in this business you have to kind of sacrifice a few episodes to get to the better ones. Hopefully. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! Filler doesn't always have the best track record of sticking the landing. So hopefully this one kind of does it a little better, but we have to kind of get through some trash, and this is, I will say, probably the worst of the batches we've had to watch so far.
Well, in the spirit of getting to better stuff, do we want to actually talk about the stuff that we've been talking about sucks?
I know, we could probably just sum up this episode in the 7 minutes we started. Yeah, let's get going.
Okay. Episode 160 opens up with the gang getting on a train, with Duke staying behind to watch over Rebecca and the professor. This is when I immediately noticed the corners being cut with the animations, because everyone looks like Yugi's hair strands are like inconsistent like sizes, like they're too wide. There's a bunch of shots where there's like no actual motion in the characters or voice acting, but they like have their mouths open.
Yeah, it's very old school, very like what they kind of would do back in the old days of the 90s anime.
Taya tries to get some energy out of the Pharaoh, but he's downright somber on account of Yugi being soul-sucked. Joey says that he'll be the one to bring Yugi back and not to worry about it. The Pharaoh walks away from the others, and we get flashbacks of Rafael beating him, which we'll get a couple of those in these episodes. Yay. Some time passes, and Tristan points out that every background character on the train has been raptured while they weren't looking. While investigating the train, the cars decouple themselves, and Pharaoh and Taya get separated from Joey and Tristan, with the first pair being in the half of the train that's still moving forward, while Joey and Tristan's half just loses momentum and stops. And when they hop off the train, they see that Rex Raptor emerges from the train behind them, and he's wearing an Orichalcos dual disc, and Rex says he's here for Joey's soul. I don't know how we didn't see him on the train before, must not have been checking that thoroughly.
I mean, to be fair, he is kind of short and has been known to hide in several different places without them knowing.
That's true. But how did they get back here from the Orichalco space that they took a helicopter to and were just there and knew the train that they would get on?
Why can Dartz walk through a mirror and change his clothes walking through that mirror?
He hasn't done it yet.
I don't care. Spoilers.
Pharaoh and Taya make their way to the front of the train, but find Weevil waiting for them on top of the engine car, instead of, just in the train. And he's also rocking some Dome Organization bling.
There's no way that little fucker could be standing on that train while it's going like that, can he?
Nah, probably not. Weevil calls out the nameless Pharaoh specifically, which surprises the protagonist since he shouldn't know about Millennium stuff, but he does. And Weevil says the Pharaoh has to duel him if he wants to know what happened to Yugi's soul. The Dirty Boys square up with their respective opponents to face them down, with Rex starting his turn, playing the Seal of Orichalcos before Joey has even started up his dual disc. Weevil also plays the Seal of Orichalcos on his first turn, and instead of bouncing between the duels and the pacing being all ping-pong style, I'm just going to talk about the duels one at a time, because it's easier that way. Also,
damn, I should have done that.
Yeah, I thought about asking you, how you did it.
I didn't. I did it just how they were doing it, but I commented on it, I think, throughout my notes.
Yeah. Weevil starts off, because despite Rex doing the first move, we're going to watch more of Weevil in this one, by summoning Pheromone Wasp, setting 2 cards and passing. On the Pharaoh's turn, he draws, summons Obnoxious Celtic Guardian, and attacks, but Weevil activates Mimesis, which lets him exchange the Pheromone Wasp for Parasite Caterpillar in his hand, which, when destroyed, infects the Pharaoh's Obnoxious Celtic Guardian, which makes Weevil's monsters able to ignore it and attack the Pharaoh directly. On Weevil's turn, he resummons Pheromone Wasp and attacks, dealing 1,300 damage, and then because Pheromone Wasp's own effect, it dealt damage, he lets him special summon a level 4 or lower insect from his deck, which is Leghoul, which, if you'll recall, he used when he fought Joey in Battle City and can just attack directly naturally. Weevil then activates Insect Barrier and reveals that the infected Obnoxious Celtic Guardian will turn into an insect monster in 3 turns. In the Rex half of the duels, he special summons 2 Gilosaurus by their own effect from his hand, and then normal summons Kaitotera? I don't know if it's a real card. I don't think it is.
It's not. I don't know.
He sets 1 card and passes. On Joey's turn, he summons Panther Warrior, sets 1 card and passes. And the episode ends here, and that is my notes in less than a page. But we move on to episode 161. This episode opens up with the Pharaoh's turn, and obnoxious Celtic Guardian is turned into a cocoon. The Pharaoh uses polymerization, fusing Gaia the Fierce Knight with Curse of Dragon to make Gaia the Dragon Champion, a card he used against Weevil in Duelist Kingdom, so a nice little callback there at least.
Oh, I didn't even get that. I didn't make that connection.
You gotta have this messed up brain that I do for Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime facts.
God damn it. That's crazy.
Weevil, however, is ready for it and activates DNA Surgery, which lets him choose a type of monster and make all face-up monsters become that type. And of course, he chooses Insect. So now that Gaia is an insect, it cannot get through the insect barrier. Got him.
Fucking.
Weevil plays Cell Division on his turn to make a copy of Legul, which he then tributes along with Pheromone Wasp to summon Insect Queen, which, due to her own effect of gaining 200 attack for each insect on the field, and the Seal of Orichalcos giving her extra 500 attack points, gives her a total of 3,500 attack points. He goes to battle phase, Legul will attack directly, and then he tributes Legul so Insect Queen can attack, although now it's at 3,300 attack points, and it destroys Gaia, and then lays an insect token, egg, because that's what it does when it destroys a monster. Weevil now does some annoying stuff where he taunts the Pharaoh about his duel with Rafael, about like, oh, you act like you're like some big noble hero guy, but we all know you got darkness in you because you sacrificed your buddy's soul or whatever, which is a thing I totally knew existed before 12 hours ago.
I know, he's getting very, like, personal for someone who, like, has only been close to the Yugi. This is the longest he's been close to Yugi his entire life.
Yeah. He also whinges about losing fame after Duelist Kingdom, which he was, a dick then. He's a dick now, so you kind of deserve it.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's probably the point of it is he, like, he just wants to be a dickhead as a famous person. But now that not only he's just a shitty person, let him go, like made him lose his fame. He lost to like Yugi and became irrelevant, so he's got to put the blame on someone. And why would he put the blame on himself?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if part of this part got cut out in your version of it. But we do see this also occurs when it's bouncing back and forth between the Rex and Weevil duels. Rex is also talking about losing fame after Duelist Kingdom, and we see a montage or quick little scenes of like them before Duelist Kingdom where they're like the national champion and the runner-up, and they're like super famous, and people are like asking for autographs, and they're like extorting those people to be like, give me your rarest card if you want this autograph.
Yeah.
And then we see them after Duelist Kingdom where like they get beat up by the kid they extorted's like older brother and his friends, and they're like passed out in an alley and like a dog is pissing on Rex. Like they're just face down in an alley in the rain. Dog.
So
I can tell from your reaction they did not include that in your version.
It did not include the dog pissing on Rex, and fuck you 4Kids, because I guess I don't want to see that.
Give us the piss cut.
They so all they did was they're extorting fans for cards. Oh my god, these guys are fucking loser dweebs now. And it's inferred that they got shaken down by the brother for the card back, but they didn't show any of the violent parts, I'm assuming, and also no dog golden shower.
Well, fortunately it was already raining, so it'll just wash away.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right there, but they're gonna smell like dog piss regardless.
No, that was like that before, actually.
You're right. Rex probably does smell like dog piss all the time.
Yeah. Anyway, Pharaoh summons Kuribros in defense mode, sets one card, passes his turn, and I'm done talking about Weevil and Pharaoh.
We're done with it. It's over.
Back to the Rex and Joey duel. Rex uses polymerization to fuse one of his Gilasauri with Kaitotera into Hornsaurus, and then summons Giant Rex. Both monsters have 2,500 attack from the Seal of Orichalcos. Rex attacks directly with Hornsaurus, which is what it can do on the turn it is summoned, and then he destroys Panther Warrior with Giant Rex and goes for the finish with Gilasaurus, but Joey activates his set Scapegoat to put up some little blockers and survive the turn. On Joey's turn, he summons Rocket Warrior in defense, sets 2 cards and passes. Rex attacks Rocket Warrior with Hornsaurus, but Joey activates Magic Arm Shield, attempting to redirect the attack onto Gilasaurus, but Rex responds with Jurassic Heart, which negates trap effects that affect dinosaurs. Rex's other monsters clear out 2 more Scapegoats, and he sets 1 card before passing his turn. On Joey's turn, he draws Red Eyes Black Dragon and activates Star Blaster, which looks like if you took Skull Die and Graceful Dies, like little dudes that throw the dice and like cut them in half and then put the 2 opposite halves together.
Whoa.
He's like a new guy. And he also has a big die. Die guy.
Die guy.
Anyway, he activates the Star Blaster, tributing the Scapegoat. Star Blaster lets Joey special summon a monster from his hand if its level is equal to the number he rolls, plus the level of the monster he sacrificed for it. And so, because it's Joey, he of course rolls the number he needs, which is 6, plus the level 1 Scapegoat to let him special summon Red Eyes. Joey then activates his set Metal Morph, equipping it to Red Eyes to give it 300 more attack points, and the effect that when it attacks an opponent's monster, it will gain attack equal to half of that monster's attack points. Joey then attacks and destroys Hornsaurus, sets 1 card, and passes his turn. Joey says that Red Eyes is a symbol of his and Yugi's friendship, and Rex says that his life went to shit after he lost to Joey in Duelist Kingdom, and we see more of the flashback stuff here that was bouncing back and forth. On Rex's turn, he tributes Giant Rex and Gilosaurus for Tyrant Dragon, which has 3,400 attack points after the Orichalcos boost, and the episode ends.
Oh, geez, Yug.
Now we cut from my nice, concise division of duels to whatever you did.
Oh, boy. I just want to say, like, Tristan has some of the worst duel commentary I've ever heard in this episode. At least in the dub. He's literally just saying what either the obvious, or he's saying just things that just do not support Joey at any point. Like, he's one of those people. It's like, I'm just telling it like it is. It's like, no, you're just being a dick. Like, like, we understand there's truth to it, but you don't have to point it out in these inappropriate moments. It's not funny. It's dumb. I've actually been pretty like whatever with Tristan this arc, but these are the worst episodes, and it shows even in his commentary. Also, Curry Bug.
Curry Bug.
We got Curry Bug because it's not Curry Bow. It's not Curry Bros. It's Curry Bug.
Yep.
It looks cute too. Anyway, now I'm gonna do my thing. I'm covering episode 162. Back on the train to Yugi-san, Weevil is reveling in his domination towards his foe in Pharaoh. As he takes his turn, Yami springs to trap Natural Selection, which allows him to create a clone of one of Weevil's monsters and destroys the original. Yami takes Insect Queen and destroys Weevil's. Weevil responds by hatching one of the eggs the Insect Queen laid to summon Armor Centipede and attacks the Curry Bug and gains 500 attack because Curry Bug was an insect. Technically. Also, the Insect Queen clone is destroyed as the trap's effect wears off, leaving Yami with no monsters on his side besides the cocoon. I just want to say, I chimed out at one point during the episode, and then didn't realize the cocoon was a poison
Celtic
butterfly.
Guardian.
Yeah, I knew about Celtic Guardian. I just didn't, for some reason, I just maybe my head was down for a second or what. I didn't see him turn into a cocoon, so I was like, when did the Cocoon of Evolution come into play? And why is it on Yami's side of the field? We swing over to the Joey versus Rex rematch, and Rex is also feeling very confident in his lead over Joey. He has Tyrant Dragon destroy the Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon, sending Joey's life points down to 300. Rex then reveals his trap Chain of the Underworld, which brings back Red Eyes Black Dragon, not Metal Dragon, but just the Black Dragon, back to Joey's field with 700 less attack points. This way, when Rex attacks again, Joey will lose the duel. Rex reveals his plan all along, since Tyrant Dragon can attack again as long as there's a monster on his side of the field, which is exactly why he brought out his former monster. Joey tries to talk Rex out of all of this, but Rex is too far gone to the bad card sauce for him to hear Joey out. Joey does get the opportunity to draw a card before Rex makes his attack, and then Joey reveals the face down card as Rex does that said attack. The card is Celebration of Creation, which activates when a monster is brought back to the field by a way of magic or trap card. What are the odds? It has the ability to stop Rex's attack and end the turn. We chug along to the Weevil duel for just a second, where it is Yami's turn. Yami makes his draw as some electric energy sparks out of a card he drew, which I assume means Tamitis. Regardless, Weevil starts laughing as 3 turns have passed and reveals Poison Butterfly. This is when I realized it wasn't Great Moth. Even though that happens, we cut back to the Rex and Joey duel that we just spent time on, so sorry for the lack of screen time right now, Yami. Who cares about Weevil, though? Rex is feeling confident and gloating about Joey's last bit of life points, goading for him to get on with it so he can achieve his long sought-after victory. Joey plays Gearfried the Iron Knight and then plays Pot of Greed, which, let me tell you what it does. Lets you draw 2 cards from your deck.
I think its actual effect lets you draw the exact card you need at this moment.
Usually. In this show, it does. Joey talks about how each duel monster card has a story, and he talks about one of his favorites. He tells of a story of how there was a warrior so powerful that when he used his sword, he would leave devastation wherever he went. He feared his own power and built a suit of iron to seal away his strength and become Gearfried the Iron Knight. Is this what he says in the sub? Like, is this what the story
basically
is?
It gives a story about a knight who was so powerful with a sword, blah, 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 blah. Eventually beat everyone, sealed himself in a suit of iron to make it a challenge.
Basically it's to make it a challenge. Oh, I thought it was just because he feared his own power. But either way. Joey believes it's time to break that armor as he plays the magic card Release Restraint to summon Gearfried the Swordmaster with 2,600 attack points. Gotta admit, I like this. I played Gearfried the Swordmaster. Like, I played those Gearfried cards when I was younger, and I very much enjoyed them. So this was a little bit of a cool moment for me, admittedly. Rex wonders why he went through all that. This is actually kind of a funny moment. I don't know if it was timed this comedically in the sub too, but basically Rex wonders why he went through all that for something that won't help him, to which Joey then suddenly the screen jumps to Joey showing off Heramos. He's like, oh, well, that was probably something to worry about. So something like that. We then cut back to the Weevil duel where he's still all giggly at the thought of Poison Butterfly coming out of its cocoon because now it's gonna kill him slowly, or kill Yami slowly. Yami tells Weevil he shouldn't be laughing as he reveals he drew Timaeus and tries to play it and merge it with Poison Butterfly, but the cool dragon card is evidently pissed at Yami for playing the bad card last duel, so he says, fuck you, I'm out. Yami begrudgingly ends his turn and loses 500 life points because of the effect of Poison Butterfly. Weevil makes his move and plays one card face down and ends his turn. Back to the Joey duel where he plays his cool dragon card and combines it with Red Eyes Black Dragon to create the Red Eyes Black Dragon sword for his Swordmaster. The effect allows Swordmaster to get an initial 1,000 point attack boost and 500 extra points for every dragon on the field, making Gearfried's attack soar to 4,100. Lastly, the dragon sword being equipped to Swordmaster's special ability kicks in to destroy one monster Rex control, which is Tyrant Dragon. Joey hates that it has to come to this, but he promises Rex that he will save him just like he will Yugi. Joey has Swordmaster attack and wipe out all of Rex's life points, which was Rex above 4,000 attack points? Did he lose any or attack points? Life points?
Yes, he lost someone. Red Eyes destroyed Hornsaurus.
Oh, yes, he did. So it's still math. Even if he lost the 500 boost. Okay. Joey has Swordmaster attack and wipe out all the rest of Rex's life points. The bad card closes on Rex as his soul is taken from him. We go back to the Yugi duel. Yugi takes his turn and plays Breaker the Magical Warrior, which triggers Weevil's trap card Infestation, which drains 100 attack from each monster on the field and takes it out of their life points. Yami is now down to his last 500, which means this is his last turn to finish the duel, or Poison Butterfly will take his last bit of life away and lose the duel. Weevil decides to make the dumbest move of his life and says he can help Yami before he loses. Weevil tells Yami that Yugi's soul is trapped in the deep caverns of Dartz' lair, and he knows how to set him free. Yami demands Weevil tell him, and Weevil reveals you need a special card to do so. Weevil reveals a card from his pocket. The audience can see, the audience is us, if you can't get that, they can see that it's a normal bug monster. I forget what it is. I don't know what
it is. Goki Boar.
Okay, that's what it is. I recognize
which is in fact a normal insect monster. No effect.
Yeah, literally. That's why I said it. But Yami can't see that and thinks the card is holding Yugi's soul. Yami demands the card to be handed to him, and Weevil taunts Yami as he holds the card up and rips it in half in front of him, saying Yugi is now gone forever. Yami stands in utter horror and despairs as he thinks he lost his closest friend. To Weevil, of all people. That'd be crazy, right? I'd be freaking out like that too. Weevil laughs it off and says it was just a joke, but Yami's not laughing. He was not laughing through that. That was a sensitive subject. Yami tells Weevil that he will pay dearly for that little ruse. Kind of having somewhat of the cadence he had when he was Orichalcoing last time. Yami activates Breaker's special ability and destroys the insect barrier, which will allow him to attack. Yami attacks with Poison Butterfly, destroying Weevil's monster, and Breaker attacks directly. Yami is not done, though, as the meme finally begins, as he plays Berserker Soul.
This may also be our first instance of there's not going to be a next turn.
True Chains. Berserker Soul has him discard his entire hand, and for every monster he draws, Breaker, the magic warrior, losing. Basically, the card can let a monster with 1,500 attack points attack again and again as he draws monster cards. This works because Breaker started at 1,900, but if he lost his, I think it's like a counter that destroyed the insect barrier, and he lost 400 attack points because of it. So he was at 1,500. So, draw, Monster Cado. Breaker attacks. Draw, Monster Cado. Breaker attacks. Weevil loses. Draw, Monster Cado. Breaker attacks. Draw, Monster Cado. Breaker attacks. Yami keeps drawing as the bad magic card is already taking Weevil's soul. As he prepares for his next overkill attack, a tearful Taya rushes to Yami to snap him out of his rage. The train derails.
Yeah, for no reason.
Just derails.
The train's just like, we see the wheel to just jump off the track. It's like, you know what? I've had enough of this.
Oh no, a meme's happening above me. I'm not letting chicken jockey happen again.
Yeah, this is going to age well.
Somehow they survive it. I mean, that'll work because it'll be a while when this episode comes out. So like people will be like, oh fuck, he said chicken jockey. That's a dead meme. And somehow they survive the train falling off a cliff, which no one should survive, especially where they were at. And at the end, we see a shot of an old man as the episode ends. Wild stuff. Just wild stuff. But a great meme that the Yu-Gi-Oh community loves to bring up. We move on to episode 163, where it's Yugi introspective time. We open on the destroyed train and the miraculous survival of our protagonist. Dartz can't track him anymore as someone is interfering with his all vision, whatever. I don't know. We cut to Taya and Yami.
Plot convenience.
His plot convenience. His evil bad guy can see everything device. We cut to Taya and Yami awakened in a strange hut and greeted by a puppy named Sky, but I think it's named Sunny in the dub or the sub.
Yep.
For some reason, it's called Sky here. Neither makes sense because Silverfang's over a moon, but whatever.
Silver what?
Who cares?
Yeah, fuck it. The dog is Silverfang.
And then a young girl whose name is Chris that I didn't find out till later for some reason. They are greeted by an old man whose name is Ironheart, so either they're going to sue or Marvel's going to sue, one of the two, and recognizes Yami's super cool dragon card that isn't being super cool to Yami right now. Yami says he does not deserve it, and Ironheart decides he will hold on to it until Yami is ready. Weevil is nowhere to be found from the wreckage, and Yami says there must be a greater power at work here. Ironheart sees the power within Yami, but that he holds a lot of loneliness in his heart. Yami talks about how he betrayed Yugi and what he would do if he could see him again. Ironheart says he might just be able to help him, which is weird. We just met him. Creep. They take a journey to what Ironheart calls the other side where spirits roam. Ironheart says this will be a hard journey where he might not be able to leave with his own soul. His own soul being Yami's. We cut to Rafael at the wreckage looking for Yami, but he's nowhere to be found. Also, doesn't look for
somehow
Weevil
Rafael has figured out teleportation.
No, it was probably a helicopter or something.
But we didn't see it. And we know that they just saw them like, hey, we just lost sight of the Pharaoh. Go check it out. So go to the fuck off nowhere desert to a place you can't see and find them. Got it, boss. Finds it first try. Thanks, Iatos, I bet.
Yeah, probably. See, he's got spirits or something.
Guardian Grawl, where are they? Thanks, man.
Points his club at a direction. The crew finds a sacred circle that only Yami can go to. Taya tries to go, but the new duo stop her before evil spirits take her soul. Yami walks along the path as lightning strikes around him and souls start laughing and sinisterly around him. We see different spirits circling, and we see old foes from Duelist Kingdom and Battle City, basically all the ones Yami faced and Bandit Keith. But Yami presses forward unafraid. Yami calls out to Yugi, who appears but from all the souls combining. Yami apologizes to Yugi and blames himself for what happened to him. Yami fears without Yugi's light, he is becoming evil, which is weird. He thinks that there is truth to what Rafael said back during the duel about a wicked pharaoh destroying Egypt, and he believing it was him. He does the whole, it should have been me, not him. It does this time with Yugi present.
Yep.
Yugi's upset by all of Yami's sulking and decides that if Yami is truly evil, then there's one thing left to do. Play a children's
him.
card game. What's the difference at this
we
point?
went different ways with that.
But it's all the same in this universe.
Yeah.
Yugi says Yami needs to take some responsibility for what he has done and face him in a duel. Ironheart reveals to Taya that they did this on purpose so Yami can face his despair, so he can finally move on and get his head right. All the pointy hair. They go on to say a special warrior will come to stop the darkness, and they believe it is Yami who is that warrior. He must conquer the darkness within his heart, and if he loses, the spirit of the Pharaoh will remain in this world forever, which would not be good for anything. Even Bakura would probably be pissed about that. He'd probably be the one who saved him.
I wonder what Bakura's doing right now.
Who cares what Bakura is doing right now?
The plot.
He's not doing anything with the plot right now. He's waiting for the plot to start up again. And it's going to be a while before that, so he's probably just, playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Dungeon and Dice Monsters by himself. Yugi starts the duel with one face-down card and ends his turn. One card like in defense mode face-down. Yami opens with Gazelle and attacks the face-down card, which is also Gazelle. It is revealed that their hands are identical. Yugi plays another face-down, and then Yami takes his turn infusing for Chimera and also normal summoning Alpha the Magnet Warrior. Alpha destroys Yugi's face-down card, which is Sangan, and Chimera attacks directly. Yami finds this all strange as he knows Yugi is holding Monster Reborn to bring back Gazelle and block his attack. Yami is wondering what's Yugi's play here, and then it is revealed what Yugi's play here as Yugi explains that since Sangan was the card that was destroyed, he can bring one monster to his hand. He plays a face-down card and then plays Card Destruction to wipe both their hands away and have brand new hands that are unknown to either duelist. Yami is wondering why Yugi is acting so callous, to which Yugi responds that he is just a reflection of Yami. The darkness inside Yami's heart is also inside Yugi's. Yugi says this duel is to show Pharaoh what his choices cause now, as Yugi plays the super bad Arc Magic card, aka the Seal of Orichalcos. Yugi plays Monster Reborn and brings back Dark Magician Girl and summons Obnoxious Celtic Guardian, which both get the 500-point bad guy boost, and destroys both of Yami's monsters. Yami uses Chimera's effect to bring back Baphomet in defense mode. Yami plays Big Shield Gardna and passes. Yugi plays Queen's Knight and then Magic Formula to raise Dark Magician Girl's attack another 500 points, so it's at 3,000. Queen's Knight destroys Baphomet because it got the boost. Dark Magician Girl destroys Big Shield Gardna, and Celtic Guardian attacks directly. Yami makes his move and plays a face-down card, Giant Soldier Stone, if you remember that card. And then lastly plays Swords of Revealing Light to stop Yugi's onslaught for 3 turns. But Yugi says, as he sacrifices his Celtic Guardian for Catapult Turtle in a parallel move to what Yami was doing, and sacrifices Queen's Knight. I mean, I don't think he sacrificed Queen's Knight in his duel. He did a lot more cards, but same thing. Yami is now down to 200 life points. Yami is worried about losing as he needs to save Yugi and the world. Yugi shrugs that statement off, reminding Yami he's evil, so why should he care about what happens to the world? Yugi makes his attack with sacrificing Dark Magician Girl, but Yami reveals Divine Win to reverse the attack with double the strength and win the duel. Yami runs to Yugi, who tells Yami he passed the test, and this was all staged so Yami could, get the fuck together. Yami's darkness has miraculously been defeated, and Yugi tells him he will always be with him and not to give up as the episode ends. It's truly like this is like an okay idea, but they just didn't write it well.
Yeah.
Suddenly the darkness is over. Somehow Palpatine appeared.
We've manifested your darkness, and it's the good half of you that sacrificed itself to save you.
Again.
Also, here are some evil ghosts. And he's doing the thing you were doing, but evil also, to show you that using Catapult Turtle is morally bankrupt. If you just play Catapult Turtle, you go straight to hell.
Oh no, Yami's been going straight to hell for years. He was using Catapult Turtle during Duel's Kingdom.
Yeah, you might have a panic start postulating about the morality of Catapult Turtle.
He wasn't postulating shit. He was hooking people up and burning them.
Yeah, he was stealing women from the woods at night.
That too. He was doing a lot of bad.
So that was fun, right?
Yeah.
But wait, there's more.
And you know what? I forgot there was more. I was like, oh shit, we doing 5 episodes tonight.
And thank God, because I wouldn't want to start with this next one in the next episode. But, my notes are still short, so I'll keep it a buck with y'all, and we'll just truck on through this. Episode 164 opens up with the Pharaoh thinking about the 2 times he has lost. Kaiba beating him on Pegasus's roof where he didn't kill him, so Kaiba wins, and losing to Rafael, so we get that flashback again. Rafael is off to the side now, having just sensed a duel happening and is watching, and he sees the Pharaoh is alive and moves to fix that problem. But he is repelled by the spirits, and Dartz tells Rafael to throw his Orichalcos piece closer to the Pharaoh, and then does some chanting, which makes lightning just start being called down, and then some sort of armored demon just rises out of the earth. I wonder if it likes duel monsters. It does, as it has a big blade on its arm that has spots for the duel monsters cards.
Jesus Christ. I know, what the fuck?
Yep.
First of all, I just want to say, how did Raphael find them? I thought they were like in a different dimension or something.
No, we covered this. Grawl told him where to go.
Oh yeah, sorry. You're right. The spirits told spirits where to go to find spirits.
You know how they have like those like GPSs where you can get like the custom voice things for him?
He just says growl.
There's one for Grawl.
Go left.
Lizard noises. The Pharaoh starts getting some flashbacks that aren't his, where he sees an army of soldiers like this one that he's currently facing off against, marching against an army of dragons. And on the dragon side are Ironheart and Chris and the dog. In the present on the sidelines, Ironheart says the creature is the ghost of an Atlantean soldier. What?
Okay.
Dartz from his office just summons an Orichalcos seal to trap the Pharaoh. And then through the Atlantean soldier, he calls forth a monster he calls Orichalcos Gigas. And is going to just kill the Pharaoh.
He needs to take the soul of the Pharaoh. We're going to find Yugi Moto's dick. Got it at 3 pieces.
The Pharaoh starts up his duel disc, and Fusion summons Chimera, the flying mythical beast, which he plays in, I think, every duel in this season.
I swear to God he does.
He attacks and destroys the Gigas, which just has like a piddly 900 attack points. But then another one rises up that's a little bit stronger. It also gets destroyed. And then the third one shows up, and the Pharaoh's like, all right, well, if I destroy by battle, they keep coming back. Let me try something else. So he plays Fissure. And then it comes back again stronger. And now it's stronger than Chimera.
Oh, no.
So it destroys the Chimera, and then Chimera summons Gazelle, which also gets destroyed. And then he summons Obnoxious Celtic Guardian, which
not drawing
should
good.
just kind of stalemate this, because he can't destroy the Guardian. So just figure out a way around whatever this problem is. But instead, he's just going to run around and almost get squished. Meanwhile, someone's original character leaps down from the sidelines, some old man. He was holding the Eye of Timaeus card. And we get more of the knockoff Lord of the Rings flashback, where we see the army of the orcs being led by Dartz, who throws a sword into the Timaeus' eye. And I don't care what's happening right now.
It's just like randomly shown, and you're just like,
things are happening. Did I care that Timaeus had a sword in his eye? No. Did I need to know Dartz put it there? No.
Your name's Han Solo. Your name's Solo, Han Solo. Oh, I'm glad I knew that.
You saying we playing some kind of Yu-Gi-Oh card game? Yu-Gi-Oh trading card game?
I hate this so much.
Or you mean to tell me this arc is about some kind of The Waking the Dragons?
It's making me fall asleep.
This sucks. Back in the real world, Ironheart summons some dual monster spirits to clear away the evil spirits in his way, but Dartz decides that, he's had enough of that, so he just lightning bolts the old man. Which, yeah, let's just do that to all your... Why don't you just do that to the Pharaoh?
I don't know why.
Is he stupid?
Well, he needs the Orichalcos set. Can lightning get into
you
the
can
Orichalcos?
put the seal around. The seal will just take you if you die inside the thing. Just hit him with the bolt. Worry about the rest later.
No, you gotta play children's card game. Gotta play Yu-Gi-Oh, the trading card game.
Anyway, the little girl Chris runs up to the old man with the dog, and he's like, you gotta take the card to the Pharaoh, and then turns into Bubbles?
Yeah, Bubbles in my thing too.
Anyway, Chris gets on the dog, which then turns into Silverfang and starts running, and then that is also struck by lightning and also turns into Bubbles. And then the girl is also struck by lightning, but waits to turn to Bubbles until she gives the card to the Pharaoh. And then turns to Bubbles. It's like the opposite form of cremation.
Oh yeah, because it's not ash, it's bubbles.
Yeah, as we all know, bubbles are the opposite of ashes.
In a way, I you're in this kind of sense.
You get what I'm saying, and it works.
Yeah, in a way.
It works more than this does.
At this point, anything makes sense.
Yeah, I've got like a paragraph and a half left. Pharaoh plays the Eye of Timaeus, uses it to make Dark Magician Girl the Dragon Knight, does some other stuff. I think he plays a card called Excalibur. He nukes the Gigas, and the light is like so bright that like miles away, Joey and Tristan can see it, and they're also carrying Rex's limp, dead body.
They gotta bring it to a morgue.
I would have just thrown it back on the train or left it out for the vultures.
Yeah. What's he
anyway,
really
after
practicing
practicing a nuclear bomb test in the desert, as is the Pharaoh's way, Taya lays some flowers on a mural showing Ironheart, Chris, Sonny, and the legendary dragons. Who made this? Were they real? Also, Rafael just leaves.
Yeah, he's like, it's whatever. I'll get him later.
He's like, I got sand in my boots. I'm going home.
We gotta do 2-3 duels before they get to me.
Yeah, Grawl is recalculating, so I'll see you guys later.
I think
anyway, episode fucking ends.
And so does my interest in this arc. Actually, no, I'm not completely out of it yet. It's gonna start, I think, picking up again now. Hopefully. Maybe.
So I'm gonna quote a movie here. There's a very enjoyable Christmas movie called Scrooged, which is a retelling of A Christmas Carol, the Charles Dickens story. And its main character is played by Bill Murray. It's a very funny movie. And he says a line at the beginning of it, which may in fact be one of his first lines in the movie, which is, "Boy, did that suck."
Yeah.
What the fuck was this?
They didn't really... they don't know. It's like they wanted to like put backstory into this, but they didn't know how to just jump it in there. And why are these people here? They're just here to make sure Yami has like a self-reflection period. And now this is his result of his self-reflection, which I guess go off. We do always need to self-reflect and like be aware of our actions and everything and learn about them and whatever. But like, this is bad. Like a lot of this stuff hasn't been like too terrible yet, or like not something I can't really stomach. This was bad. Like
yeah.
The especially these last 2 episodes.
I'm not having fun.
These were not fun episodes. I will admit. Kuribros appeared.
Kuribros did appear. Got turned into a bug.
No, I meant like he appeared in this episode. We just thought we covered.
Oh yeah,
because he multiplied.
Yeah.
Also, I know I referred to this earlier, but I want a mirror where I can walk through it and change my clothes.
Oh yeah, Dartz walks through a mirror and changes from robes to business attire.
And I want that. But yeah, these are like the thing is like it's like I kind of said at the beginning, is just the intentions were there for like this could have had like all these episodes could have been good, but they just weren't. Just missed the ball on that one. I don't think they had either the greatest writing team or the greatest animation team on it. I think the better guys were probably working on the duels to come, or maybe up to the final duel. So I don't know, throwaway up. Kind of just like throwaway. I'm surprised we made it talked as long as we did. I thought we were gonna finish this like a half an hour, but. Moving on, because we need to move on, because we just kind of need to set these episodes in the past. The only good thing about this episode is the meme that came out of it.
Yeah.
Next episode, we're going to be covering the round 2 of Kaiba versus Alistair, so we're finally getting to the final bad guy battles.
And Valen finally does something.
What is he doing? His arm healed finally in like a day?
Yeah, and he's also going to be fighting not main characters.
I guess we'll find out next time. I'm like, what's he do? I don't know. I don't even know.
He fights Duke and Rebecca. Spoiler alert for a show that came out 20 years ago.
What? Oh wait, now I kind of remember. I think I remember that. But that's terrible because I thought we were done with Rebecca for the arc. And yet,
Nope. We got to kill her.
I mean, I'm here for it. I do not like Rebecca.
I think Rebecca's fine.
I think Rebecca's fine for you. The dub Rebecca is not very fine for me. She's very annoying, and the voice is grating to my ears. I don't mean to disrespect the voice actress. That's not her. You know, she did what she did, and fine. But I just didn't particularly care for the pitch, whatever, the whininess. You do a good job at it. I just don't like it. That's just personally. That's no. Again, hope they continue to get work if they are still doing voice acting at this point.
Most people who are voice actors just do it forever, which is cool. It's nice to be like, oh, hey, you're still around.
Yeah. There's always some cool ones where you can go, hey, that person. But
like
either way.
Chris Sabat.
Literally everywhere. Literally.
He was the guy in Yu Yu Hakusho too, right?
Yes, he did Yu Yu Hakusho. He's currently.
I think he was also. I want to double check this before I say it out
sure
loud.
It's Kuwabara in Yu Yu Hakusho. But that's like Funimation is did all of that stuff, and he's been heavily a part of Funimation. But now it's not Funimation anymore. Now it's Crunchyroll because they merged because Crunchyroll's that anime conglomerate now.
Yep.
Bad.
Yeah, he was. Chris Sabat's been like guy from Yu Yu Hakusho. He's Vegeta and Piccolo. Then he was All Might, and now he's just still hanging around.
He's Yami in Black Clover. I forget the guy's name, but he's in Solo Leveling.
He was additional voices.
In what?
I'm looking at his IMDb. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, additional voices.
Okay. That makes sense.
He was in Vinland Saga.
Oh, I haven't. What's he in Vinland Saga?
Snake.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I have to watch Vinland Saga.
I think he was Knuckles for a time.
Knuckles?
He was in a Cyanide and Happiness short.
Oh, lit.
He played Santa.
Oh, of course. Now I gotta find that.
He also played. I think that might be also the Cyanide Happiness short. Anyway, I'm using the IMDb to distract me from talking about these Yugi episodes. They're over now.
I like Chris Sabat.
Go home.
Go home. Even though you're probably listening to this at home or on the car or wherever.
Maybe you're taking a shit like the writers did on these episodes.
Literally, I was gonna say, do you have any final thoughts? But like, I think we said our pieces on them. Do you have anything else to say?
Womp.
We both did a womp. That was cool.
Anyway, you can find me twitch.tv/PhoenixFarce. You can find me on youtube.com/PhoenixFarce. PhoenixFarce. It's always funny to me when I just interject those at the end of an episode to cut off Andy, because he always gets that funny look at his face where he knows I'm doing a bit of cutting him off. Anyway, cut me off, Andy.
What? I'm just kidding.
I was expecting you to just go like 5 seconds of dead air.
What? Yeah, I'm just gone. You can find me at. Oh god, I have to because I changed the handle. You can find me on Instagram at artbypapa POPPA _. You can find me on Tumblr at papa-art. And you can find Kuribros on Instagram at Kuribros. You can find us on Twitter forever until that like it implodes or we move that finally, which we probably should at this point. At the _Kuribros. You can find us on YouTube. The Curry Bros. We're behind on Curry Bros on YouTube, but we'll get there someday. I promise it'll happen someday when I get my fucking shit together. I said that last time, but I will get my shit together one of these days. I won't. Other than that, I think that's really it. So I'm gonna sign off. My name's Andy.
I'm Phoenix.
Giddy up, and can we just move on?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.